Good morning, everyone. I hope you are able to hear me and you are able to watch my screen. So here is our first demo we have completed yesterday, and today we are entering into the second demo. So any doubts? Here it is. Yesterday class we talked about basic things of the cloud. What is cloud? What are different cloud companies we have? And then different tools and products in our cloud we have. That what is ERP? What is Oracle Fusion applications, different ERPs we have for the competitors, and why Oracle has developed new ERP software compared to the old ERPs, whatever they have. And here I see that different reasons why this Oracle has come up with this here. And then I can find here the Fusion applications, different modules, different domains, HCM domain, finance, supply chain, CRM like this. And what are the modules we have? We are going to learn 4 modules live, and then additional 4 modules you are going to get free of cost through Udemy, so that you can update anytime in the future. And the FAQs. As soon as the module is completed, you'll find the FAQs for the interview point of view, practical options. Okay. So that's what we have talked about yesterday. Today we are going to see the application, Fusion applications, how it looks like. This is Fusion applications software, ERP software. You don't need to install any software in your laptop. Just you have to enter the URL and then go for launch. Okay. They said this is completely cloud-based. Okay. Now we see 2 menus here. Right side, we find user menu. I'll find the setup and maintenance. Setup and maintenance. So when we are working in Fusion applications, there are different phases of the project and different roles and responsibilities. Different roles and responsibilities. There are 2 roles and responsibilities majorly. Majorly we see 2 roles and responsibilities. One is functional consultant. Another one is technical consultant. One is functional, another one is technical. So majorly we see 2. Functional consultant and technical consultant. Yeah. Here we see 2. Functional and technical. Functional and technical. What functional consultant is going to do is mainly is going to do the functional setups, configuration of the setups, requirement gathering from the client, and perform this. Technical consultant is going to develop the reports, data migration, data extraction, okay, and performing personalizations, customizations, extensions. This all will be done by the technical consultant. This all will be done by technical consultant over here. Okay, now we are going to learn this one, functional. For functional consultant, we don't need any coding. We don't require any prerequisitions. But for technical consultant, we required SQL, SQL, PLSQL. Means we required basic coding skills, and we are supposed to write the code also. We are supposed to write the code also here. Okay. So now when we log into the applications here, whether we are a functional or technical, when we go to user menu here, setup and maintenance. Setup and maintenance. This environment, we call it as FSM environment. Functional Setup Manager. Functional Setup Manager. This environment, we call it as Functional Setup Manager. Here we perform all our functional setups. Of course, technical consultant also will do the setups here, both. Most of the times we will be having our work here only. Most of the times our work will be here only, doing the setups and configurations. Next, after doing the setups and configurations, where do we test? Where the client is going to use? Where do we test it? Where we are going to use? Let's go to Navigator. This is all places we are going to do it. This is all places we are going to do our transactions. What is meant by transaction? Transaction is nothing but the client who are going to use this application for day-to-day, whatever they are going to do. For example, hiring employee, transfer employee, termination employee. Okay, this all comes here it is. This all things are day-to-day transactions. I see finance also here, financial, supply chain, HCM and all. You see here, different options. Okay. So the first thing is we have to create our own username and password. When we are working with applications, we are an implementation user. What is mean by implementation user? Nothing but a software developers. Okay. So let's say our client is Heritage Corporation. Client is having around 18,000, 16,000 employees, right? They have 16,000 employees. Out of that, 1,600 employees are working in the IT department. Or they use the software. They use the software as end user. They use the software as end user. Okay. 1,600 employees are using this software for data entry, day-to-day transactions. Day-to-day transactions over here. Okay. Now, let's say Heritage company has decided to use Fusion applications, HCM. They decided to use Fusion applications, ERP, HCM software. That also they decided to implement 3 modules: global HR, payroll, options. 3 modules they decided to use, implement for their business to maintain their employees' data, their employee leaves information, as well as their salaries, enrollment salaries information. They decided to use these 3 modules. Okay. So what Heritage company will do is they'll approach Oracle Corporation, because Oracle Corporation has developed this software, right? So the client will approach Oracle Corporation and buy this product, license product. We call it as subscription also. Okay. So once client get this subscription, then the client will approach either Oracle itself, or they approach Oracle partners who our Oracle partners, TCS, Infosys, Wipro, PwC, Accenture, Deloitte, like this, thousands of partners are there across the world. Thousands of partners we have across the world. Okay, so the client will approach these partners or our company. They'll say that we want to implement this software, maintain our day-to-day transactions. Can you modify this product? Let's say Wipro company said, yes, we are interested. Wipro has given some quotation for us, and then the client also is ready to go ahead with this. Client is interested for here, and client has decided to go ahead with this Wipro company. Now, Wipro company recruit the functional consultants and technical people. They recruit functional consultants and technical consultants. Go for recruit functional and technical. So we are the implementation users. Implementation user is nothing but software employees. We are the implementation consultant. We are the implementation consultant over here. It is okay. So let's log into the applications here, and I'll show you how to create an implementation user. Once we log into the applications, go to Navigator.
Indra, I have a question.
Yeah.
So when we first start the cloud, so will there be an admin passport and then we create the users, or how does it work?
Admin task only here.
Okay, so who will get the admin? Let's say I join a company, and do I get an admin as a functional consultant? Do I get an admin, or will they create the?
Here we don't call it as admin, we call it as implementation user. This one.
Okay, okay.
Implementation user means indirectly admin only.
So who will be the implementation user initially? As a functional consultant, will I be the or will they give me credentials to build an application?
It can be both. It can be both, functional and technical, both. Here admin part is already there because, as I said, cloud is nothing but the application is already installed and maintained by Oracle.
Okay.
So no DBA work. So DBA work is completely responsibility of our client. Means our Oracle will take care of it.
Okay, so when I join a company, will I be the implementation user and create rules for other employees, or?
Yes. Yes.
So will they give me that user? The company gives the user?
First, we will log in like this. I will give first implementation user to us.
Okay. So company does give the implementation user to the consultant, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we log in like this, go to Navigator. I'm going to show you how to create implementation user. Go to Tools menu. I did with another user, it looks like. Go to Navigator here. Tools menu. Security console. Security console is the environment where we configure implementation users or any user, complete user management and role management. We do it from here. Go to user management, go to users tab. Go to users tab here. Oh, add user account. Here we will go for enter the user. I'm going to mention Srinivas. Enter the username, whatever username we require. This is employee first name, last name, and username. Mentioning username is Srinivas. Enter password. Go for add the roles here. IT security manager. Another one is application implementation consultant roles. Application implementation consultant roles. So these two roles are required to be an implementation consultant. So whenever we are going to log in these applications, if you have these two roles, then it's going to be an implementation consultant. One is IT security manager, another one is application implementation consultant. IT security manager, implementation consultant. There's two roles. So if you have the access to these two roles, then you will be able to configure the application here. Then you will be able to configure the application. These two are important. Let me reset the password. Save and close. This username already exists. Change name. I'm going to reset the password. Reset password for this employee. I'm just going to log in as an implementation consultant now. Srinivas 1. That's what user account we configured. This is the user account. Srinivas, we logged into the application. Right now I can see that user account setup and maintenance. We are getting setup and maintenance means it's indirectly the role called application implementation consultant. This application implementation consultant role. Click on this setup and maintenance application implementation consultant here. Application implementation consultant here. Okay, next. When we are talking about here, security console, go to next one here, navigator. Navigator, tools menu, security console. This you are getting because of IT security manager. Because of IT security manager. Because of IT security manager that we are going to use it. Here we see user environment, user management and role management. The users tab here and search for the username here. In case you would like to make some changes for the user account, you want to add any new roles, or you want to remove existing roles to the user, we do it from here. Okay. This is how to configure an user account. How to configure user account here. So we did this here, right? User account we have configured successfully. And we added roles. These two roles we call it as implementation roles. If you do not have these two roles, your username, then we will not be able to implement the product for our client. We will not be able to implement the product for our client. It's not possible. Okay. So these two roles are required, either for functional consultant or for technical consultant. Indirectly, we can call it as admin roles. Indirectly, we call it as admin roles over here. Yeah, this is how to configure an implementation user. This is how to configure an implementation user. Okay. Now I'm going to perform a couple of setups, and we'll see how we can go for use those setups in our transactions. So what client is asking? So now I'm going to show you how to do the setups and test it. How we are going to test. So we are going to have locations. Client is telling I have business in 400 locations. We'll see two locations first. How to create two locations. And then client is telling that I have different jobs. Okay. So manager job as well as clerk job. Okay. And I have three departments. Let's say let me create department, finance and sales department. I'm going to configure three setups. Generally, every module we have to do hundreds of setups. At this point of time, I'm going to show you how to configure three setups and then how to use these setups or how to populate these setups in the application. That's what we are going to see that here. Okay. So let's come back to our application here. Whenever we want to do the setups, we go to user menu, setup and maintenance. Here we are going to do. In setup and maintenance, we call this environment as FSM environment, functional setup manager. Here we see all modules. Here we will find all the modules. Supply chain management, human capital management, financials. We find all the modules. We can also find here actions menu. Go to offerings. Here also we can find all the places we have here. You can find financials and everything. Okay. So we can do the setups from here. Let me choose HCM, Human Capital Management. Where is HCM? I can find from here, Workforce Deployment, Workforce Development. These two combination, we call it as Human Capital Management. Human Capital Management. We also find one more, Compensation Management. We look into that later. Okay. So now I can go for Workforce Deployment. So what you would like to do the setup now? I want to configure the locations for the task location. Manage locations. Now, client is telling I am running the business in 400 locations. We have to capture all those locations information from the client, and we need to configure here. Go to task, manage locations here. So who is our client? Heritage. Heritage near office. Code 12200. Going to enter. Official language, English. Email ID. Phone number, fax. These all are other details that we are going to capture. Click review button here. Then go for submit. Let me create another location here. Here it is, California office. 50560. Yeah. So this is how we will go for create the locations. Let me search whether the locations created or not. Are the two locations we have configured successfully. At any point of time you want to make some changes, of course you can do it. You can do corrections, you can update. For example, client given all the location details in Excel sheet. 400 locations they given in Excel sheet. Yeah, you can go ahead. You can go for update by using spreadsheet. Using spreadsheet data loader, you can go for update this. After location creation, we want to do two more setups. One is jobs. Client is telling in our company there are around 40 jobs. Now I'm going to show you how to create two jobs here. Here it is, manager. Let me create one more job here. We did manager. Let me create a clerk. We created two jobs successfully. Let me search. This is how we will configure the jobs. Client will give us what are the different clients, and according to that, we are going to create. Next, departments. We would like to create departments here. Manage departments. So every company will have different departments that we have to gather from the client. Now I'm going for creating two departments, finance and sales. Creating another department here. We created three departments here, right? Sorry, two departments. Finance one, another one is sales. Like this, there will be hundreds of setups. We are supposed to do it for every model. Hundreds of setups we are supposed to do every month. Right now, how many setups we have done? Three setups we have done. We have done three setups right now. Now we want to test. We would like to test all these setups here. Let me log in as employee. Going to log in as an employee now. Tools menu, security console. Users. We have already one employee. I'm just trying to reset the password for that employee and going to log in. Curtis Fiat is employee name. Set the password. Now I'm going to test it. Now what we are going to do? We are going to test it. Go to Navigator, My Client Groups, New Person. Go to New Person. Hire employee. Now I'm hiring employee for this company, US one legal entity company, employee name, date of birth, identification number, and enter any address here. Business branch, for which branch we are hiring. These all are setups required. But what setups we configured just now? Three setups we have configured. Right? One is job, another one is department, another one is location. Now we are going to test whatever the locations, jobs, and departments we have configured. Those all are working or not. Right? I'm going to test it here. Jobs, two jobs we have created, right? So we are supposed to see those two jobs. I'm able to find, right? Manage. Which department? Departments we have created, right? Yes. And two locations we have created, right? Yes. So it will. So yeah, like this, every module, there will be hundreds of setups. We are supposed to do it in the sequence order and test it. Right now, we have done three. Right now, we have done three. There will be hundreds of setups we have to put through. Right now, we have done three setups over here. It is. This is what actually the work, functional consultant, doing the setups, configurations, and then test it, and then deliver this to the client.
Chandra, I have a question. So
Yeah.
once you create jobs, department and location. So once, okay, so I create a user and assign all those tasks to the user. So the user logs in, can he change all this or?
User cannot make any changes here. Means user means end user, right?
Right.
So he cannot do anything here. He has to just log in and select whatever the setups we have configured, and he is supposed to go ahead.
Okay.
Chandra, I have a question. This is Adi.
Yeah.
So, like, where we define levels, like job position wise levels are there, right?
Sorry, come again.
So, where we define like a level one employee like that, level one, level two, level three, level four. All
That
these are we are using in the approval section, right? Some
different
of the
grades. Talking about grades.
yeah, yeah, like yeah, in the grade section, are we defining the level?
Yes, grade level one, step two, or level one, level two, that we are going to specify.
Okay, okay. Level one means like a higher position, or how do we understand?
That we will have to define the hierarchy. For example, L1, L2, L3 is there. Some
Okay,
clients will use L3 is the starting point. Then
okay,
L2 is a senior, L1 is a senior. Someone says that reverse. We need to
okay,
define hierarchies. That's what we call it as a trees.
okay. Are we defining on
Yeah,
hierarchies?
we'll be defining that. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah,
So this is going to be our complete course syllabus.
okay,
Here is a trees concept. Here we are going to specify.
okay.
Do we need to follow exact steps, Chandra? Like the same exact what's in the Excel?
Yes, yes, yes. Same setups.
So first implementation project in geographics, then ESM.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Here we see that global HR module first we have to complete, and then role module, then absence management module, then talent management module. This is what our syllabus. And then we see the technically how we can load the data, how we can extract the data, how to do the setups, approvals, configurations, BI reports, OTB analysis, and personalizations, customizations. This all we'll be doing. Yeah, it's an, basic things that we will be following technically, because we should have some knowledge technically, right? That. And as I said, advanced modules like compensation module, time and labor module, benefits module, and ORC module. These all, as we discussed, we will be giving the Udemy courses, right? This is all our advanced HCM online course you will be getting. It's not required, but somebody wants to learn. Yes, if you want to learn, you can go ahead. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Chandra.
So this is our second demo. So tomorrow we will have the final demo. Tomorrow also we'll take some more setups and configurations and test it. So that we will take tomorrow. And then
Chandra,
please.
go with this. Chandra, you told actually AI and Redwood things
Tomorrow,
also going.
tomorrow it will be discussed. What are the latest
Okay.
features Oracle introduced in Redwood and AI, and what we are going to do that here.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
One last question, Chandra.
Yeah.
Can we merge users from Active Directory companies Active Directory into this Oracle?
Yes,
HCM?
yes, we can do it. That's what data load, data migration part.
Okay. Thanks.
Sir,
Yes. Yeah.
will we get the recording of the live sessions?
Yes. Every class will be recorded, and we are going to share through the drive, Google Drive. There will be a 60 classes, 45 to 50 classes we are going to have, so that you can go ahead with this options here. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you have questions, how to we contact you, Chandra?
Yeah, you have the number, right? Admin number. You can communicate with them. They'll contact us.
Okay, so I can post a question to admin and he can.
Yes,
Okay.
you can talk with them. Okay. And guys, let's see you tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the HCM and what are the new features introduced by Oracle, Redwood, and AI, and what are all the things we are going to see that in those two topics. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Let's see you tomorrow.
Thank you, Chandra.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chandra.